Hey, welcome back to Powered by 8 Racing YouTube channel. Today we are here with Elliot and his 22 BRZ. And we recently did a alignment on the car, and I have footage that I don't know where it went. Well, I do know where it went. It's on my phone still. I haven't edited it. But we have more stuff to put on it, so I wanted to make it a full series of the BRZ suspension. But with that said, today we are going to install some of this parts. What is it? Verus Engineering hood louvers for heat extraction, really, I think. And if we have time, we're going to jump into a transtunnel plate. Is that what it is? Yeah, transtunnel cover. And then we will also have a rear diffuser that we'll put on if we have time for that today as well. So what we're going to do right now, though, is we're going to cut up his pretty hood with a big hole. And, yeah, so let's get at it.
Powered by 8.
So, I don't know if you've ever seen, did I show you these? This fast cap tape measure?
No.
So, I bought it because somebody in my life doesn't know how to read tape measures. And she, my wife. So, it tells you all of your numbers easy.
I need this.
So, but it's also nice is that you get your 16ths and then it's labeled 1, 2, well, it's labeled 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So then all you need to know is that that's 7/16 or it's a half or 8/16. But the important thing is if you go, oh, what's 2, 9, or say it's 2.5 and you need to know what's half of 2.5 and you can't think of it yourself, then you can just make that an 8. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, it's 4. You know what I mean? So.
What?
Just don't even use a tape measure. Anyways, so this is a fast cap tape measure, and what I was showing him was that there's it has the numbers labeled on it, which is quick reference for a lot. Some tape measures only have like the first 12 inches, but this is the entire one. And I have several different lengths of these, and they all are like that. So, and it's a lefty and a righty, so I don't. I'm not left-handed, so I don't know the struggles of a left-handed person, but they can use it too.
Okay.
So why don't you hold this in that corner, right there. What corner are we on? This corner here. So that's about 42. So we'll see what's right here. And then let's do this one. So that's like 29 1/8. So what I was saying was an 1/8 would be 2 of these ticks, right? So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You see what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you know it's 2. So then you know half of an 1/8 is going to be a 16th, which would be a 1.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. So half of 29 is going to be. This is where it gets complex. So. We're going to be at 14 and a half plus an 1/8, right? So now you're half plus an 1/8. So now you're at 14 half plus an 1/8, which would be the same as what I was saying was the 9, right? So, yeah. All right, let's do that, and then let's do.
You want to do this corner?
Yeah. So we don't confuse that as a line. When you have the laser on it, you can make it line up to 1, but not the other, right? So right now, I don't know why it's flashing at me. Let me turn it back on. So when I set the laser up, you can make it touch 1 and not the other. So like right now, it's on the top. It's hitting this line, but it's not hitting that line. So you can. If I want to hit both, then it's going to be a movement of the entire tripod, not just moving not just moving the laser this way or that way. You know what I mean? Because then you're creating a diagonal line basically. So now I'm on the bottom but not the top. So now if I go to the top, now it's touching the top and not the bottom, which means I need to come back just a little bit. So, but right here, it's touching the bottom, not the top. So if I'm touching the top and not the bottom, I just got to come over just a little bit. And now I think we're going to be pretty much dead nuts, right?
Yep. So we're looking
So
at that mark.
at least this mark and this mark are in line with each other. So we'll take another measurement and see why we're off here. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're just double checking why, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But we have a mark here, which means that if this was in line, then it would be something like that potentially, which means this would be over here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're just looking at. And then obviously we're going to look in reference to like kind of what would be center of the car the best that we can, which I can't see it on the fin. Might have to turn the light off and we might be able to pick it up on the fin, but makes that 42. So that's center. I don't know how that mark got off though, because this is 42 and that's 21. All right, well I'm happy with that. Well, you do that. I'm gonna get the other tools ready. So what we're gonna use, here we go. This is I think this is the saw we should cut it out with. Get right through it quick.
Yeah, right
Make
down,
quick.
right down to my engine.
Wait, this is a good idea. An air saw. I like cutting with these body saws because they just do quick work of it. They're easy to use. If it doesn't work, we'll just swap that blade over to a jigsaw. There's Elliot still working.
2 hours later. 1 eternity later.
Nice job. All right, arts and crafts are over. All right, so what we've got now is we've got our hood. Again, I like to tape off the entire hood. This way when we drag our saw, even if you're using a cutoff tool or anything like that, this is just going to protect the paint that's not being cut. And that's still, I mean, it's going to be covered with the edge of the louver, but I still like to do that. You just never know, especially if you use a jigsaw and you've got that big base on a jigsaw that's going to, or skill saw, whatever you want to call it. You know, you're going to be swinging that around and you just have the potential of hurting your hood. So just tape it off, spend the extra $1 in tape and just do that. And then what we'll do is we'll finish taping this off. I still like to take a marker and draw this circle just in case anything happens to the template while we're doing anything. It tears or anything like that. At least we still have the marks on the tape. And we'll drill a couple holes just so the saw has some place to turn, and we'll get to cutting. All right, so I'm gonna start drilling holes. We'll start in this corner. Let's get the vacuum. right, so after all of that fancy work, what we did was took the tape off of it. There was a couple sharp edges, so what I did was I just used regular shears for that, and I just rounded those corners off. And then I just used a regular deburring tool, and that took the sharp edges off of the edges, like it should do. And then it's not on yet. The car is ceramic coated, so we're gonna have to get the ceramic coat removed by the detailer, and then they will stick this on with the two-sided tape that it comes with. But anyways, that's how it is. There's the hole, and then I also gave them some adhesive promoter, and we'll put that on there to help the two-way tape stick, and then that will be. We're leaving this on for now, so that we left the center line marks, so that he can line this up once everything's done. So he'll take this home with it like that, and then put this on with the detailer later. And yeah, so that's it for the hood vents things.
Hood louver.
Hood vent things.
Hood louver.
Hood louvers. Vent things. Anyways, thanks for watching. We will see you guys next time in the garage.
Powered by the old shoe.